congratulations on the new single. We've been playing it on our show now for, I think, just over a week, and we've been getting so much great feedback about it, so congratulations.
Oh, really? That's cool. Thanks heaps, mate. That's, really good to hear.
So, mate, it sounds like it's a really, really deep and meaningful track. Tell us a little bit about how it came into being.
Well, I guess that's, I don't know where to start. In terms of songwriting, you mean, or just in terms of, like, the content?
Yeah, content and songwriting, yep.
Yeah. Well, it's my first single after leaving my band. So it's kind of addressing those feelings because it's about I don't know, you're doubting yourself or missing your shot or all those types of things. So like overcoming some internal barriers. So like when I left the band, we were cruising along pretty well and reasonably successful and stuff. And I had these doubts whether I could do it by myself, you know. So it was really nice to write by myself. Like it's a whole change of environment, but just that nagging little self-doubt that everyone has in the back of their head saying, oh, you won't be able to do it, or all that sort of stuff. So it was really, the song to me is me trying to overcome that and breaking through it and saying, well, yeah, hell yeah, I can do it. Of course I can. Like anyone can. You just have to apply yourself and get the job done, basically. So yeah, it's kind of about that, I guess.
And how did it feel when you were able to sit down and write and get those feelings out? Did that actually kind of make you feel better about it as well?
Yeah, a little bit. Like when I wrote probably nearly 40 songs in that COVID period, because I left the band just before COVID hit, and then it all went to shit and no one had any gigs and all that sort of stuff sort of happened. So in that time, I just spent it just writing. I was just at home like everyone, I guess, and just trying to write as many songs as I could. And I thought I had this project in my head, like I want to do a solo thing now, and like I want to get back out there again, get back on the horse. So just writing all those songs and going through all that process, which is, I just love it. It's just fantastic. But it's really quite liberating, I guess, like to do the whole process by yourself.
What's the biggest difference that you've noticed being a solo artist away from a band? Is there something that you notice is really, really different?
Yeah, it's that ability to bounce ideas off each other. Like in a band situation, you come to band practice or whatever for a jam, and you're like, hey guys, check this cool riff I've made. It's this, and then they'll go, yeah, that's awesome, or they'll just go, oh, that's shit. Like that instant sort of, because we're pretty close dudes. Like we're still good mates with them all. There's no bad blood or anything, but just by yourself, you don't have that.
Yeah.
So you're sort of relying on your own intuition and your own just judging whether or not stuff's going to work or not. That's probably the biggest thing. But then that's also a bit freeing as well, because you can try stuff that you probably wouldn't have tried otherwise.
Yeah. You said you wrote 40 tracks during that COVID period. What was that time period like for you? Because I know I've got a lot of relatives in Tassie, being from Tassie originally, and they were a lot freer than what we were here in Melbourne. So what was that time like for you during that COVID time?
Well, it wasn't quite as extreme as what you guys experienced over there, but we had probably, I don't know, a month or two of lockdown, if that. I can't even remember now. It's probably... but things sort of slowed down, and everyone's very hesitant to go out. And the supermarkets were very standoffish as people. And I don't want to compare it to what you guys went through, because that was just unbelievable. But the music industry and the hospitality industry, as you probably know, were the first to go.
Yep.
And they're probably going to be the last to fully come back. We're pretty lucky down here because things are starting to happen. Like I've been playing a few solo gigs lately, but they're starting to come back, which is cool. But in that time, like working from home, hanging out at home a lot. So yeah, I just thought, well, I need to use this time. So I tried to get as much writing done as I could. And like I'm kind of planning on releasing some more tracks over the coming months, so probably in the new year.
Yep.
So yeah, I got this one out as my sort of first single and the first solo thing, but I'm planning on having some more releases early in the next year, which will be pretty exciting.
That was actually my next question. Are you planning on bringing out an EP or an album at some stage? And now that things are opening back up, will you look at touring as well?
Oh, shit, yeah, I can't wait to be touring again. Like, I haven't been on a plane for 12 months, I don't reckon. It's all more. It's crazy. But yeah, I've got a single that I'm hoping to have ready early next year. And then after that, I'm probably going to build up to an EP and hopefully put a bit of a band together. And if all goes well, we'll hit the road and maybe do some shows.
Awesome. Well, the other thing too that I absolutely love about this single that you've got out now is the video clip. Tell us a little bit about the clip, because I think you went to Wings Wildlife Park to film it. What was that like, filming the video clip?
It was cool. Yeah, I live in a little town called Penguin on the northwest coast. And,
yep, and know it quite well. I grew up not far from there. Yep.
Oh, really? You know the Dole Range there, Mount Montgomery, and all
yep.
that.
Yep.
Most of the film clip was filmed in the reserve there at the bottom of Mount Montgomery, all around those walking tracks.
Okay.
And then the rest of it, we went up to Wings, and they're a pretty amazing wildlife park. They specialise in a lot of natives and that sort of stuff. And they let us in before they opened, like for a private feeding of the devils. So we, got to experience pretty up close and personal, because we had like cameras and stuff pretty close to these little creatures as they were ripping apart this wallaby. So that was pretty awesome to be part of. But that sort of integrated into the clip between what we filmed running through the bush blindfolded, which I did have a bit of an incident with a tree, but that was interesting. And Wings. So yeah, it's really cool just to be able to do it all local.
Yeah.
I was going for that sort of Tassie bush vibe. Like, I'm sort of proud Tasmanian and I want to push that as well. So yeah,
it's such a beautiful area of the world. I grew up in Sassafras and then Latrobe and even in Rihanna at one time.
Oh, nice.
It's such a beautiful part of the world. Do you find that inspires your music as well, being in such a paradise?
Yeah, it does. It's and another thing about up here too, like, there's a pretty strong community of musicians around here. So, and we're all sort of mates, like, it's a reasonably small community, but every other muso in this area knows each other and helps each other and all that sort of stuff. So it's a great environment if you're writing songs and gigging and things like that.
Yeah, and 98% of my audience are not going to know anything about this next question, but have you ever had your photo taken with the big penguin? Because I've got a photo, I think, of when I'm about 2 years old standing in front of it.
Have you? Yeah, no, I reckon I would have in my time. Yeah. You go down the main street and it's a normal thing. I think it's pretty common down there.
Well, mate, it has been such an honour being able to chat to you. We are going to play Something in My Eye right now on the show. But where can people go to find out more information about what you're doing next? And also, have you got any merch or anything that you've got ready to go for people as well?
I'm working on some merch at the moment, so nothing's available right now. But you can get me on marcusguitar.com.
Yep.
Or you can just jump on Facebook and Instagram and you'll find me at Marcus Wynwood Music.
Awesome. Well, mate, we're going to play the track again right now. What would you like to say to everybody out there before they take another listen to this amazing track?
I don't know, just enjoy it. And remember, like, it's a song about overcoming, so just get out there and do it.
Definitely.